is for all the girls who have an ex-boyfriend and don't like him.
All right, it's 2008, and we're in Salt Lake City, we were just sitting outside and talking about those on the bus with Kevin Lyman, and we're doing an impromptu one.
Yeah.
We gave her about 10 minutes to get ready with Charlotte, Charlotte Sometimes, who's out on this tour with us, and we were just spending some time on talking about uniqueness of being out on the Warped Tour. But when you were approached about being this tour, what was the first thought of it?
I was like, oh my goodness, really? My brothers went to the Warped Tour. I was like, I hope I don't get beat up. That was probably my first thought.
You were worried that some girl would come up and just pound you.
And just pound me.
Because you like to be a girl. But since you've been out here, do you still feel that way?
No, definitely not. I feel like the whole idea of the tour is just different than I thought it was. Because I've actually never been to a Warped Tour. This is my first time I've ever been. But everyone's really cool, especially the bands are just really accepting and
You're actually traveling
supporting.
with the band, you were saying.
I am. I'm traveling with this band called Evergreen Terrace, and they couldn't be more different than Charlotte Sometimes. It's like metal or hardcore, whatever you want to call it. They have great energy and they're a great band, but we couldn't be more different, but great guys. So
on the bus, the only thing different is that you have to go in the back lounge and try to change, and that's been a problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing. Yeah, a lot of people will have seen my boobs on this tour so far. So I apologize to my boyfriend in advance.
I mean, and your music, I think you've been trying to find out, and I think with the tour this year, there's a lot of different sounds out there.
Yeah.
I mean, are you finding, it hard to get your message, or the crowd starting to grow, or who's coming to see you, and what are they dragging along with them?
I think the crowds are starting to grow, and it's just kind of word of mouth, which is really cool about the Warped Tour. It's like one person says something, more people start picking it up and coming to watch. But I've noticed like a lot of the young girls went dragging along their boyfriends, and their boyfriends are like, this sucks, and then all of a sudden I see them like dancing, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. We've gone by a couple times. I've gone out, and it's a great different sound. It's a varying sound. Where were your musical influences from?
Oh goodness. Well, I was a dancer for 13 years, so
A dancer, a professional?
Competitive.
Well, you got to be careful when you're doing
Yeah,
interview.
not stripper.
Be careful with what kind of dancer you are.
You know, like ballet.
Ballet, good.
So,
okay.
and hip hop. So I listen to a lot of rap music and dance music. So I'm really influenced by that, but very much folk like Joni Mitchell, and as well as Roy Orbison, the Everly Brothers, and like indie rockers like Death Cab and Rilo Kiley. So it's all over the place.
That's pretty cool. A lot of good music, but I'm really glad you were the ballet dancer, because I know the laws are loose in New Jersey, but you would have had to start when you were 8, and I don't think that would have been too cool.
Things would have been kind of weird. I mean, whatever. I was raised by a hairdressing mother from the Jersey Shore, so I'm sure she wouldn't have been too upset about it.
You obviously said you haven't been to a Warped Tour, but you've been out on tour with bands that have played the Warped Tour.
Yeah, with like We the Kings. Who else were we on tour with that's been out here? Really, I've worked with so many of the bands and I'm friends with, like Gym Class and Cobra Starship and
you just did the hand signal kind of.
What?
That Cobra Starship. You just did that. Like
I didn't even mean to.
You just threw the Starship out.
I didn't mean to throw the Starship out. It just kind of happens. But so, I mean, I know a lot of the people out here, and they're really cool, and they're always like, it's okay, you're going to make it through, and they're really supportive. I'm used to being around a bunch of dirty boys.
Now, after this type of tour, who would you like to tour? Ultimately, a musician, who would you want to be touring with at some point?
Oh, I mean, I'm all for supporting other female artists, so all my favorite female artists, like Fiona Apple doesn't even tour, so I couldn't really go on tour with her. But just like very much, I love Regina Spektor. I love all these bands that would never take me out, like Death Cab for Cutie. They would be like, yeah.
Well, I really don't. I don't think you should limit yourself and say that right off the bat, because I mean, when someone hears you, I think there could be a great possibility to see your show live. It's
yeah,
pretty
totally.
good. And you might steal the show from them potentially.
This is only for now, but I'm not saying so. Season bugs hit the windshield more than ever before.
This is just a real casual thing. Anything you want to get out there? I mean, one thing you guys got to know is that Charlotte is playing on the Ernie Ball stage. I read an article just this morning when we were driving up from Las Cruces that was you had said that, how did I get on the Warped Tour? And I just got to tell you that, you know, she's under the whole Crush management posse, which is Gym Class and Academy is, and Fall
we
Out
keep
Boy.
it real.
You know, that whole kind of thing. And I do have to say that I got that music they sent me all the new stuff coming out, and it was the first thing I go, oh, she's on the tour.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, wait. I go, she's on the tour. Similar Gym Class a few years ago.
I was really like flattered, to be honest, just because I felt like it was because I am so different, to have you like actually like the music was kind of like, wow. Like, I'm pretty cool.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, that was Gym Class Heroes kind of. They were out here, and people were like, I had gone of all the stuff Crushers. I go, Gym Class is the band needs to go out and play for Warped.
And now they're here again.
And they came back, and I think it's been a growing thing. So hopefully you'll be back on the Warped Tour in a few years, you know, and it'd be great. But you know, you guys definitely try to head by the Ernie Ball stage. Get a chance to check out Charlotte sometimes. We're going to do a barbecue now. We've decided in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Because we've decided that all the bands need to know who Charlotte sometimes is. And the other night we had one with the Agrolites who played.
Which was so much fun.
And people are all walking by him today. Dude, I'm going to come check out your set. So I'm pretty sure in about a week you'll have at least all the dudes from the tour. You know.
I mean, if this doesn't attract them enough, I mean.
All right, so that's the end of our first On the Bus with Kevin Lyman. Hopefully this will be many more, because I always enjoy doing these and get to talk to people a little more often than running by him in the morning going, hey, what's up, and have a great time.
Thank you so much.
Okay.